Welcome to another episode of Dave and Kathy Unplugged, where you're looking at two tired people. We've had an amazing weekend. And
a very busy weekend.
A very busy weekend. And what we thought we would do is just answer some of the questions and or comments from our last video, where I think it was something like RV newbies, you know, try and set up their RV fifth wheel for the first time.
It was a fun one.
And it was a fun one. We've done a lot since then, but what I've done is I've summarized all the comments from all of you, and we want to thank you because a lot of the things that you said in here were super relevant
and helpful
and really well. Now, this is the first night that we're actually going to be sleeping in our RV.
High five.
High five. I mean, this is amazing.
Here we are.
Yeah, we're in Fort Myers.
This video, because it's already about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's late.
And
we are tired, but we wanted to make this video to answer. A lot of you had a lot of serious concerns, and no one was yelling at us, but you were giving us. Yeah, thank you. We don't know what we're doing, but you definitely gave us a lot of good advice. So in this video, we're going to show you a little bit about like what does the campsite look like at night. The tiki is unbelievable at night.
It's great.
We walked over to the clubhouse where the pool was, and there's a tiki hut there, and there's a lake with everybody's got their RVs around the lake. We're not on the lake, but this is really Cypress Trails is really a beautiful gated community here in Fort Myers. So let's get into this video, and we're going to answer all of we're going to give you feedback on your feedback to us. How's that? So let's get into it. All right, Kathy's going to put the awning in. There it goes. Great. Good job. Nice. You did it. All right, and we've taken all the cushions in. We're going to leave the furniture out. Our neighbors are going to watch over it, but in case they need to put it in. But look at the ceiling fans going now. We've got the tiki. Oh, this is just such a peaceful place to hang at night. Really amazing. And then the shed.
Can I shut the lights off now?
Yeah, you can shut the lights off in the shed. Okay, so here we are at the lake, and it's beautiful out here. This is really incredible. There's a little boardwalk and some chairs out there, but I guess we're not walking out there tonight. And then over here is where the pool is, and there's a nice tiki hut right here as well. We're going to be spending our first night in the RV, so this is going to be a blast. Look at how beautiful this is in here at night, Kathy. So, really pretty. First night at Cypress Trails RV Resort. There's the office in there, and then we've got the workout room, the gym, and there's a big room over here with I think there's a stage in there or something. I don't know. Is this? I can't even remember.
It's a different room.
Oh, it's a different room? Okay.
Very big.
All right. Okay, here we are at the campsite, lot 410. Beautiful. This is amazing. So I think we'll take the Mitsubishi race car.
Let's get a little dinner.
The rental, and we'll get some dinner. All right, so ranked in order of how loud you were screaming at us.
Ooh.
The first and by far more people commented about chalk your wheels first. And, you know, we didn't know to do that. And what was interesting was Travis didn't know to do that. We put blocks underneath the jacks just so that they aren't extended as far as they are. I think we probably want to have more blocks, but yeah, no doubt we should have done that. So Deborah and Jeff Lake, thank you. Chasing Fun 365, Debbie Guy 173, and John Meister, just to name a few. You know, chalk before you level or your rig rolls. We went out to Camping World, and I wanted to get those big sort of like rubber chunky chalks with the rope because I read somewhere that's the best ones to get, and they didn't sell them. And the guy in the parts department said they hadn't sold them for a long time. So he showed me these other chocks that are like metal ratchet brackets that go in between the wheels, and they're solid.
And they were supposed to be more stabilized.
More stabilized,
too,
right. So that's what we bought. Spent about $70 on these things, and I'll insert the brand, and you'll see in the next video what those look like. They seem like they're really strong and stable. I didn't tighten them down too hard, so I don't want to damage the wheels. So number one, chalk your wheels. Okay, guess what? It's done. We did it. So that's good. Number two, surge protection. Don't ever plug your RV into a 50 amp outlet, no matter where you are, without a surge protector. So C130, CC6, Jabeco 2016, Rick Bass 241, Sunshine, Travelers 57, and a whole bunch of other people. You all said to go out and buy a surge protector, which we actually did the next day. We're up here a couple weeks later now tonight, and I think that what we did was we bought a surge protector. I'll insert the one we got there. Now they have some fancy ones that go up to $300-400 that allow you to monitor via an app, and I spent maybe $100 on one. It's a 50 amp surge protector. I think it's a good brand. Please tell me if you think I should take it back. It was on sale. I think I got it for $74, but it didn't have like as many crazy features as I thought. And I was looking at the expensive ones, and they said, oh well, this can stand a surge protector, and then you can reset it maybe 3 or 4 times. But it was like 3 or 4 times more expensive.
Right.
So I said, well, if the thing gets blown out, then we'll just buy another one. And I think the most important thing is I don't want to be penny wise, pound foolish. We want to make sure that we buy a unit that is
appropriate,
safe for the Brinkley. So I was told that this was, and it had some kind of warranty on it. So anyway, good news. We've got a surge protector.
Yes, we do.
Right now.
Thank you for making sure we knew about that.
Absolutely. The next item up for bids on the new Dave and Kathy Price is Right show, Debbie Guy 173 and Gary Bushy 965, thank you for your comments about an awning's worst enemy is wind. And they said, always put your awning in, if you go to sleep at night.
Right. I wouldn't have known to do that.
And you're right, because especially down here in Southwest Florida, and no matter where it is, you can get
storms come up at the drop of a dime, and all of a sudden things are blowing around. So we definitely hear you, and we're putting on our awnings now. We only have one open at the campsite right now, so thank you very much. The other Gary Bushy 965, you're in here a lot of times, my friend. Gary. Thanks, Gary.
Gary said that we need to have a stinky slinky slope, and so we bought this sort of like polka. You'll see me playing the polka music with that stinky slinky. What do you call it? It's a sloping stand, and we definitely got that as a slinky stand. I
may go as far as to say you had a really good time playing with your stinky slinky stand.
Yeah. And
I think he did a good job setting it up and putting it together.
Gary said, use a stinky slant, keeps the poop flowing downhill. So, I mean, if that's not the best advice I've ever been given in my life. You guys all have very keen eyes as well. The next item that was a common thing, GMV 0553 mentioned this. Keen eye GMV 0553. Slide gaskets and water leaks. So when the slide goes out, there's this big, thick rubber, very soft kind of rubber that kind of goes out, and it goes against the outside of the slide. So the gasket was stuck sort of like folded in very high up on the slide, higher than I could reach. So I took a broom handle and I just wedged it out.
Very gently.
I did that. I also think we need to get a ladder, because there seems to be a lot of reaching going on around here.
I agree.
For certain things.
And you're tall, but sometimes you're not tall enough.
Right.
So slide gaskets, and why you want to make sure those are sitting properly is because in you don't want to get rain coming in, right? Water seems to be the number one enemy. Auto leveling glitches. Cherokee 18C30, who is a Brinkley forum vet, so we appreciate that. Auto level lifts rear wheels if started high, manual level in 2 minutes. So there's I'm not really sure, there were a number of comments about using the auto leveler versus one of our neighbors was saying, oh, I just do it manually. What's interesting is inside the Brinkley, they have, I noticed these little levels. They're just the little bubble things like you have.
Sure.
So you can kind of do it yourself and make sure that it's side to side is level and front to back is level. I thought the auto leveling thing was amazing, the way that it worked.
Well, I thought so, and I thought just having the little bubble thing inside was really helpful.
And it nailed it. It did a really good job. So I guess maybe I need a little bit of help understanding, Cherokee, what is the problem with the auto leveler? Because it worked fine for us. I'm happy to start using the manual if I need to, but I don't know. That seemed to be fine.
We thought it worked. So if you can clarify what we weren't noticing, maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be helpful. And then there were a lot of bonus tips, is what I would call them. One from Jonathan Sevell, 1757, spray the tiki hut every year for bugs.
Yeah, great suggestion.
Great suggestion.
We never thought of that.
We were talking to our next door neighbor, and he was saying that there is a service where you can spray them for fire hazard to kind of put a flame retardant on there. And also our next door neighbor was saying that the tiki hut, a lot of times, maybe his is a little bit older than ours, and maybe it needs a rethatching, but it seems like he gets a lot of, he gets a lot of debris.
Oh, they fly off.
Yeah, like the palms or whatever you call them. They fly off and land down on his furniture, and it bothers him. And so ours doesn't seem to do that.
We've been here a whole day.
Yeah, well, in a whole day with some wind, I didn't see any.
Yeah, that is true.
I didn't see any debris. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But please let us know how often we should be spraying for bugs. That's number one. And then number two, should we be coating it in some kind of flame retardant? I heard that everyone says to do it, but no one does.
Heard a little rumor about that, but
yeah, I don't know.
We would really, for those of you that have a tiki hut, like to know how you maintain yours and what the best practices are.
Yeah. This was also a bonus tip. Rick Patterson, 4495, use auto hitch code to relevel on departure. I don't know what that means.
Help.
Yeah, so maybe, Rick, if you could comment a little bit about, what's going on. So we'll go on to the next bonus tip here. PGD39 Able, you solved a major problem. I could not figure out how to turn on the ceiling fan underneath the tiki.
Oh, that's right.
And in the shed, we found a remote. And you said, oh, that you can only turn it on by remote control. So there is an on-off switch like there is for the lights. But if that switch was on and someone turned off the ceiling fan the last time with the remote, then it's not going to go back on. So sure enough, I went into the shed, I found the remote, I hit the button, and the sucker fired up.
Yes.
And what I did now was I left the ceiling fan on, not turning it off on the remote, and now I'm just using the switch, which is right next to where the tiki lights are. So thank you so much.
That was great. Thank
PGD.
You.
Appreciate that. John Poldonian, he's a good friend of ours, longtime EV connoisseur, Lucid owner, Mercedes EQS owner, and he's always got something to say about our videos. Sometimes good, sometimes he's a little challenging, and I love John. He's amazing. Remember he came to our...
John, I like when you comment nice things, John.
Yeah, John, Kathy likes nice comment. He's always there to help, and actually he's an EV charging expert and helps a lot of condominiums in South Florida. So John Paldo 8817, shout out to you. You had noticed that there in the shed there was anema. Basically there was a dryer vent, right?
Yes.
And so we definitely want to figure out what's the right way to charge both our electric vehicles, my Model 3 or Porsche Macan EV, at the site.
Right.
No need to actually get that going right now, but we are most likely going to want to rewire a level 2 EVSE on the side of the shed, because I will tell you, after being in this beautiful RV, and yes, it is a resort for some people who said, it's a, what do they call it? An RV, not a park. No, they called it a campground.
I don't know. It's a resort.
It was like some derogatory term. This place is beautiful. I mean, like, we've got, I don't know.
And I only say that because we looked at a lot. Down here in Southwest Florida. I didn't like any of them.
No.
I like this one.
This place is I'm sure there's a lot of others that are very nice.
The nicest people.
And so far, we've been meeting nice people. But away from the terminology, I want to get an electric golf cart too.
Of course you do.
And you know what people do? They just, I mean, it's 450 lots here. And people just go out and they take
they putt around.
85% of the people here seem to have dogs. And not just little dogs, sometimes big dogs. Sometimes they're going by with goggles on. It's so funny. And I just think that it would be great to get a golf cart and just cruise and go meet people. And yes,
you're so antisocial.
Oh, yeah.
Just never likes to talk.
I know. And by the way, lot 410, stop by and say hi if we're here. The good news is we've actually got this lot rented out for 3 months, January, February, March. It's rented, so we're set with that. If any of you are interested in perhaps renting from us, just DM me directly. I can put you in touch with the rental agency over here. If we're not here, we want to get it rented out. That's the lot itself. If someone does want to rent our Brinkley on the lot, that is something, depending on who you are and how nice you are and how much I think I can trust you, we can talk about that. I think for the first year or two, we're probably not going to rent out the Brinkley. Probably not. Anyway, we are super happy. We're going to go to sleep tonight. And
first time.
We got all the bedding.
All new, everything.
The bedding is all done.
All new, everything's done. We went a lot this weekend. We did a lot.
Yeah, so more content to follow, lots more. You'll see some of the things we went and bought today at Camping World in the upcoming videos. You'll see how we set this place up. You see all of the connections and all of that. So we're going to keep feeding you guys information, and we love the fact that you're helping us.
Oh,
we really do.
You have no idea. It is so comforting because we want to do this right? We want to do this right. We want to be safe. We want everything to be accurate and easy peasy. And it really helps to hear from you guys who have lived it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I can't wait to hit the sack. We're tired. I got a flight back to New York at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and then you're heading down to the condo for a couple of days, which is going to be great. But I got to go back to Connecticut. I got to go back to work. Well, there goes the race car Mitsubishi Mirage, and yeah, successful overnight at the RV, except for the fact that I took a cold shower, and on the Furrion unit it said E1. I put that into a little Google search. Found out that there was no propane. And of course, I forgot to turn the propane tanks on. We'll be back here for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And we'll have a lot more content. The RV is going to be spending January, February, March in a very special place. Not here at the resort, but up in a horse farm in Ocala. More to follow on that. That's going to be Ocala, Florida. That's going to be super interesting. So everyone, thanks again. And thanks again for watching another episode of Dave and Kathy Unplugged. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm falling asleep.
Oh, gosh. Everybody take care and keep the comments coming. We really appreciate them. Thank you so much.